Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I begin, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'asum, Yehoshua, Ba'asum, Rakar Kodash, the bonds of the apostles, the bonds of the elders, and great Muslim who well and tells his truth. Much respect to you brothers out there, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. The one the four corners of earth, Tabernacle David, Hopeful Elect, and the Sparkle Bird, and one says shalom. So, it's pretty much watching Elder Malcolm's video, and I just want to put in my little 2 cents, some of the scriptures that came across came across in my mind while I was watching his video, which was very edifying. The video that I'm talking about is that he did, at this time of my recording, it's about 14 hours ago. It says our prophecies can't be stopped. The true prophets have warned you. And that's our job, man. Hey, starting with apostles and the elders and brothers on down, we have warned you. We've been out there on the highways and byways. And as the elder said, man, it's too much evidence. It's too much evidence showing that these people that are calling themselves the true people of the Lord are actually Edomites. They are not the true people of the Lord. They are the ruling class that the Lord talked about. That when he comes back, they're going to be in the lowest state, and the Lord's going to lift us up, and we're going to be in high state again, and even more, right? Because we're going to have those we're going to have those new bodies. We're going to be perfect, right? And that's what we're waiting for. As we see these wars and rumors of wars, right? Prophecy escalating. It's a very, very beautiful time. Matter of fact, the elder was going into the George Galloway show. All right. Matter of fact, it's called The Moats. The Moats. And he said he was on episode 390. And hey, word to the wise, hey, watch what the elders watch. Right? Stay tuned. All right. Make sure you plugged in. And with Trump in office, as the elder said, because I also saw articles on it as well. When Trump is in office, he wants to so-called slow down these wars or stop these wars that are escalating. But as the elder said, B.B. Milton, whatever his name, Kosowski, it's not in his best interest to do that. Because as I did a lesson on it, other brothers had did a lesson on it. This man has committed so many war crimes, right? So many war crimes. And instead of, de-escalating the situation, what has this man done? Right? What has this man done? He has escalated the situation. Right? He committed more war crimes. Okay? And so he's trying to escape his judgment. But that's all good, man. As I said in one of my other lessons, let these Edomites enjoy their time, man. They got their president. Let them enjoy their time. Because when the Lord rains down that terror, they're not going to be able to bear it. And as we see with the war with Israel with Lebanese, they're getting their ass handed to them, man. They're getting their ass kicked. All right, Israel is still doing those tactics still to this day that they have done in the past. They're hit and run tactics, attacking the weak, the young, the old. All right, by face to face, hand to hand combat. All right, facing you like a man having honor. The issues ain't about their life. They get their ass handed to them, man. Right, and what we're seeing, which is beautiful right before our eyes, man. All right. As the scriptures say, matter of fact, I'm going to get it real quick. It's Jeremiah 49 and verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shah, that he have taken against Edom and his purpose, that he have proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. And what is Israel doing? All right, these Israelis, all right, doing? They're making war with all their neighbors, right? All the neighboring countries around them. And it's not looking too good for you, man. Matter of fact, it's a beautiful thing for us hearing that, because Iran is backed by Russia and China. Right, Iran's already a very powerful and strong army as it is, but being backed by Russia and China, oh man, as raps for you, man, as raps. So as the scriptures say, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. Just roughly paraphrasing the scriptures. With Trump coming into office, him wanting to, like I said earlier, de-escalate these wars or slow down these wars, he may end up doing that for a little second, but then don't be surprised when all of a sudden it just escalates. Everything just explodes, right? And we waiting for that, man. We waiting for that. I had a appear to be Edomite, which I believe through the spirit he's an Edomite, but hey, I could be wrong. He's trying to spit game and trying to give me game. He talking about, oh man, when Trump was in office, we didn't have all these wars and all this stuff like that. Man, I'm ready for Trump. These Edomites were so happy when they got him in office. But what's going to happen, man? Right? Whether they believe it or not, Babylon the Great is going to be taken down regardless, man. All right? As I said earlier in one of my other lessons, man, regardless who was going to be president, that is not going to stop the prophecies, right? What we're going to see really is an escalation of the prophecies, right? I'm going to get this right here. Isaiah 47 and verse 3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. The Lord's not going to meet you as a man. All right, you about to meet that powerful angelic force, Edom. Right? Once again, no matter who was going to be in the presidency, which we understand those that are in this walk, we understand that the president takes orders from the wicked elites that are behind the scenes. All right? They have an MO, they have an agenda that they have to follow, right? From the wicked elites. They're just a puppet, a figurehead for the people to look up to. But those that are within this knowledge, we know better, man. We don't care who's in the presidency. You might like that charisma, you might like how they speak or how they move, but regardless, the most important thing is these scriptures, is these prophecies popping off, right? It is not going to stop these prophecies from popping off. It's Zechariah 2 and 8. For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, after the glory he hath sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. Right? What is happening with World War III popping off? All right, we're pretty much in the beginning stages of World War III popping off, and eventually the Valley of Yahweh Shaphat, right? Valley of the Lord's judgment. Things are going to be escalated. All right, so all the nations, as you read in Psalms 83, all the nations had part in taking us down or keeping us in a lower state. All right, so with that, what's going to happen? The Lord is going to jack them up for us. And we're also going to get our fame and fortune, man. They're going to acknowledge that we're the true people of the Lord. All right, we're the true high ones, the ones on top. All right, because if I'm not mistaken, in that same video, what you have, Josh, his name was Josh, if I'm not mistaken. He called in, and apparently, he's a Ish, and he best hope he's a Jake. All right, but Josh called in, and he said, transatlantic black man, just roughly paraphrasing, he pretty much acknowledged that Jake are Semites as well. We're the people of the Lord as well. All right. And that's going to be known. That's going to be known, man. They really going to know who we are in the times to come, man. Every nation is going to acknowledge that. All right. Matter of fact, I'm going to get this scripture real quick. This is just laying back on Zechariah 2:8. Psalm 17 and verse 8. Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. All right, give us that protection. Still look upon us and give us that grace and mercy, Yahweh Ratazah. Right? Laying back on I want to get about the fame and fortune. All right, let's get in that fame. Give me one sec. I believe I got it right here. All right. Because you Edomites are going to acknowledge that y'all are not the people of the Lord. All right. Well, the chief tribe of Esau, Edom, Amalek, most definitely is going to acknowledge that they are not the people of the Lord. As the elder said, man, they got kosher pork. Matter of fact, we had appear to be Edomite came up to a camp a couple months ago, which through the spirit, she could be a Jake. She said she was from Chicago, and she said a lot of these issues, they don't really believe in the Lord. They don't really practice what they believe in, right? She's seen it firsthand. Why is that? Because your God is the devil. Your God, you don't believe in God. But in the same breath, you want to be acknowledged as the people of the Lord. In the same breath, you want to say that the Lord doesn't exist. He's a double-minded man. He's unstable in all his ways, right? Well, I want to get this right here. Zechariah 3, and I'm going to start at verse 14. Sing, O daughters of Zion, shout. O Israel, be glad and rejoice with all thy heart. O daughter of Jerusalem. The Lord hath taken away thy judgments, he hath cast out thy enemy, and the king of Israel, even the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, is in the midst of thee, and shall no evil anymore. All right. In the day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear thou not, and to Zion, let not thy hands be slack. The Yahweh, thy power, in the midst of thee is mighty and will save. He will rejoice over thee. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. All right. The Lord's going to save us. The Lord's going to deliver us. As I brought out, Yahweh desire, keep us as the apple of thine eye. Hide us under the shadow of thy wing. Right? Verse 19, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee. You see, all that afflict thee. All these nations had a part in taking us down. That's why it's very beautiful, man. We in beautiful times, man. All right, these other people may not realize it, but we in beautiful times, man. World War III is escalating, man. All right. I will save her that halteth. I will gather her that was driven out, and I will give them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. You see that? So praise and fame is going to be given unto us, right? It don't make no sense to be trying to get that, as Jake say in the world, get that bag, man. Get that fame, get that fortune right now. Right? As the scriptures say, ask for that daily bread, for the Lord to be able to take care of you, your wants and, your needs, all right, for the Lord to be able to take care of you. If you want a little something here and there, all right, other brothers are blessed in different ways, so they're able to get things here and there, all right. You ain't got to live at the lowest of low. At the same time, we're not telling you to be rich, as the scriptures say, least I be rich and forget the Lord and curse him, or be poor and curse the name of the Lord. You pretty much in that fine line that fine line where you have all your bills and everything taken care of. That's what you want. Okay, everything taken care of, and a little something here and there. The Lord can bless you for that. You gotta realize, you're a man of the Lord. The Lord gonna take care of you. All right, the Lord gonna take care of you. So yeah, we gonna get that fame and fortune. The Lord is gonna take care of us. Right, all these heathens are gonna acknowledge that we are the people of the Lord, and they had a hand in furthering our destruction. And so they're going to serve slavery. They're going to serve slavery. All right. But after that, after that 1,000 years, we going to be cool with them, except for Esau, Edom. All right. He's going to be gathered together and burnt up. As I like to say, the Lord deals with balance. The scriptures say that. The scriptures confirm that. The Lord deals with balance. A false balance is abomination unto Yahweh thy power, but a just weight is his delight. You have one people, the Israelites, Yahweh Radazah, we be of the first fruits. We're going to live forever. The Edomites, they're going to serve their slavery, serve their time, and they're going to be gathered together, and they're going to be burnt up. All right? Let's go ahead and get some more scripture. This is Ezekiel 36 and verse 2. Thus saith Yahweh power, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. You see, that's how Edom was. These 1948ers, the Balfour Declaration. Right? The Lord said, when we get in our land, we're going to have peace. We're not going to die. All right? All these missiles, all these guns, you're not going to have none of that. We're going to have ultimate peace. We ain't going to have no damn, what you call it, Thunderdome. All right? Anti-missile dome. Right? We're not going to have no need of that. The other nations, as you read, if I'm not mistaken, in Isaiah 2, they're going to beat their weapons of war into plowshares. All right? They're going to be tilling the land, and they're going to be subservient unto us. All right? They're going to be paying taxes and dues unto us, man. All right? And matter of fact, it's going to be peaceful, man. They're going to have their own land, they 40 acres and a mule. All right, and we're going to have more than that. Hey, matter of fact, we're going to have our own planets. Right? But the Edomites, yeah, it ain't looking too good for you, boy. It ain't looking too good for you. You pretty much standing on your last leg. So enjoy your kingdom while you can, man. That's why I say, hey, they got their president. Let them enjoy it and let them see what's going to happen with them. All right, so they took our possession. They took our land. They had us up as a possession. Still to this day, we're found in their hands. Verse 3, therefore prophesy and say, thus Yahweh power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and you are taken up in the lips of the talkers, and are infamy of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of Yahweh power. Thus saith Yahweh power to the mountains, right, to these governments, to these kingdoms, right, to the mountains, to the hills, to the rivers, to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. You see, they came against us, man. The transatlantic slave trade, the sub-Saharan slave trade. Hey, we was getting on all fronts, man. Right? Serving other gods of wood and stone. Some of us is coming in looking like the heathens, talking like the heathens, but their lineage goes back through their father's side, go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, So it's a lot of mass confusion, but the Lord is waking us up in these last days and remembering ourselves. We're remembering our heritage, right? which become a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy I have spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea. You see, they try to stick in Idumea right there. All right, the Greek way of saying Edom. All right, but that's not going to change the prophecy. Which are appointed my land in their possession with the joy of all their heart, and with despiteful minds, and cast it out for a prey. See, they took our land. They took us. We're still found in their hands. Right? Jake thinking that they're free. You still found in your hands. Right? You're not free. You got to go through all these checkers. You got to have this. You ain't free. Right? Your house is paid off, but you still got to pay a property tax. And if you miss that property tax, what's going to happen? They're going to take you home. You ain't free, Jake. Let's see. Residue of heathen against all Idumea. Yeah, this is still in verse 5, which appointed my land into their possession with the joy of their heart and despiteful minds, and cast it out for a prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, saying to the mountains and to the hills and to the rivers, thus saith Yahweh power, I have spoken in my jealousy and my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, I have lifted up my hand, and surely the heathen that are round about you shall bear their shame. They're going to have shame upon them. Right? That Wisdom of Solomon 5, man. And Yahweh desire we be partakers of that. Can't wait to see their faces. Right? Can't wait to see those faces. When they see you with that power, when they see you get beamed up in them chariots, man. Right? But ye mountains of Israel, ye have shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people Israel, for they are at hand to come. For behold, I am for you. Right? They're going to find out the hard way that the Lord is for us. It's like you lost my place. Mountains. Yeah, I am for you, and I will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown, and I will multiply men upon you in the house of Israel, even all of it, and the cities shall be inhabited, and the ways shall be builded. So the Lord's going to build us back up. That's pretty much the premise of that. The Lord's going to build us back up. We're going to be a great nation, and no one's going to take us down ever again. All right? It may just be the point. Like I said, just a couple quick scriptures. Matter of fact, I'm going to get this real quick. This is Jeremiah 15, verse 33. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and that all that took them captives held them fast and refused to let them go. All right, this reminds me of pretty much last camp. We had Ephraim and Issachar. They was riding together on the scooters, and I felt through the spirit that, you know, they're eventually going to come and ask questions. And hey, Judah and Israel, we're coming back together. All right. Eventually, we're going to be known as one nation again. You know, it's already happening right now. All right. You see all brothers from all tribes coming together right now. Yeah, even in music. Right. Judah and Ephraim coming together. Northern and Southern Kingdom coming together. Right. The Redeemer is strong. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall truly plead their cause. How the Lord going to do that? How the Lord going to plead their cause? Right? By giving these damn heathens hell. They're going to have to pay for what they have done unto us. And check this, that he might give rest to the land and disquit the inhabitants of Babylon. Right? No rest for the wicked. The wicked is going to have to pay for what they have done unto us. Right? Let's see, that may be it. Let me see. But yeah, that's pretty much the point. Like I said, I just have a couple quick scriptures that I wanted to get to. You know, that pretty much came to mind while I was watching the elders video. So Yahweh desire is an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashum, Yahushua, Ba'ashum, Rakai, Kodash, the Master Apostles, the Master Elders, the Great Millstone, Ruel, Toss His Truth, and the Wa, Abba, Baba, Shalom.